Another option you have available to you in Zoom is breakout rooms. These can be extremely useful, especially if you have a larger class. Get people into smaller groups to discuss a topic. They can each share an idea and then talk critically about each other's ideas or do group work together. Just a great way to create a group environment and have students learn from one another. So a lot of ways to use breakout rooms. And breakout rooms basically just split the students, or, whoever's in your meeting, splits them up into different groups and allows only the people within that group to interact. It basically creates a new separate meeting room where only those students are involved. You can, as the instructor, pop in and out and see how everybody's doing. The students can call you for help. They can request help, right? But to create these breakout rooms, you just click on the breakout rooms button and fill in the details. Now I only have one, it's me and one other student, so it's not going to be a real powerful demo of how great these breakout rooms are. But suppose you have a dozen students, you can say create 3 breakout rooms, and assign automatically tells Zoom to, we have 3 rooms, 12 people, so Zoom will at random pick 4 people, put them in one group, another 4 for another group, etc. You can assign the groups manually. As you get to know the students, you start learning some of the dynamics there, and you can be a little more strategic about that. In some cases, you may want to let the students themselves choose which room to go to, but usually assign automatically is good. When you create these rooms, you can rename the room. You just click the rename button, and so we could say divide this up into different categories. So Fauvism, pictorialism, and expressionism. And then you can divide students up into those categories. That way each group is focused on one category. The group name reminds them what category they're studying. If I have just less students than I thought I did, I can delete a room if I need to. If this person shouldn't be in there, I can move that person to a different group, and all you have to do is, with that person, just click on Move To, and then pick a group from the list. Right. Assign lets you assign different people to the group. There will be a list of all the people in the meeting, or in this particular group, that you can assign there. All right, so there are certainly options. I can add another room, room 4. That way when I click assign, right, Bart Simpson is already assigned there. And in all these then, any available students who are not assigned to a group will appear. And you can just click on whichever group you want, choose the students you want, and check it off, and they automatically get put there. All right, when you're ready, go to Open All Rooms. At this point, students won't see any rooms. When you click Open the Rooms, then the students will see a room. In this case, it's automatically putting a student into a room. And here I am now by myself. So the picture got really huge because in gallery view, there is nobody else to speak with. All the students are in another room. You can see in the participants list, nobody is here because this is the main room and they're all in different breakout rooms. So a student can have an option. There's a button there saying Ask for Help. And if they click on that and choose Invite Host, then as a teacher, you'll get a message, somebody in room 4 has asked for help, so you can join that breakout room. Once you join the room, it's just like it was before, except that you'll be in just that group with only those students.
Recording in progress.
And we get the recording message as well. All right, so I'll leave this room. I'll say I've answered their question. Everything is good. And make sure when you leave that you leave the breakout room. Don't leave the meeting or accidentally end the meeting. So leave the breakout room, and this will return you to the main session. The students will stay in that breakout room. And when it's time, you can go back to your breakout rooms button. You can send a message to everyone So broadcast, and then everybody in all the rooms will get that message. And so whatever you need to communicate to them is you can do that for everybody. And when you're done, close all rooms. And by default, there's a 60-second warning. And so all the students will get a message saying the room will close in 60 seconds and they'll start having a countdown timer. They can leave the room sooner than that. And when they do, I'll click on leave the breakout room for the test student. And now the test student was in here but is no longer. The breakout rooms have all closed, and so it says not started. I can close this window down, and now our student is back in here. So I can go back to speaker view or gallery view or whichever view I want. It's just like it was before. All right, so that's the technical side of how to use a breakout room, how to use it academically, be creative with it, talk to your peers, get some ideas, but it really is a good way to break up a class. If you're doing a lot of lecturing, more than usual, and you need to break it up, a good way to do it is to create breakout rooms and say, what has stood out to you so far, or based on what we've talked about, how would you handle this situation, and have the students in small groups talk about it. It kind of livens them up, it gets them engaged, they learn from one another, challenges them to think through the topics, and it's just a great way to use Zoom overall.